You hear this from a lot of people, to protect our Montana way of life. But what exactly is that? Well, I think it's making sure that we protect our gun rights. I think it's making sure that we protect our ability to go and worship in church.
It's Dave and Allie's mini morning show. If you can't take 4 hours of them, perhaps you'll enjoy this bite-sized version.
So the big topic around here these days is all these folks that are moving to southwest Montana and Montana in general. We've got a ton of people moving to this state. My question, though, is like, who are the people moving to the state? Because I feel like that's almost more important than just the fact that a bunch of people are moving here. Don't you think?
Well, yeah, who they are kind of determines what the state becomes, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, no, it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, because, you know, how do these people vote? I mean, really is what we're talking about. And do they honor the Montana way of life, or are they coming from somewhere else and they want to bring what they're leaving here to Montana, which to me makes no sense.
Yeah, don't move somewhere to change it like where you're moving and fleeing from.
Yeah, because if you liked it where you were, you'd have no reason to come to Montana, right?
Well, and that brings up, why are they moving here? Not only who they are, but why are they moving here? Are they moving here because they like our Montana way of life? Or are they moving here to change that?
I don't know. That's a good question. We had Montana Congressman Matt Rosendale on with us, and this is what he said about people and the Montana way of life.
You hear this from a lot of people, to protect our Montana way of life. But what exactly is that? Well, I think it's making sure that we protect our gun rights. I think it's making sure that we protect our ability to go and worship in church, the church that we wish, at the time we wish, in the fashion that we wish. It's to protect the great outdoors that we have here in our public lands. We hear about that a lot.
Do you feel like with all of these people moving into Montana, because, I mean, they're fleeing a lot of these West Coast states that are coming here, do you feel like the people that are coming here want to preserve that Montana way of life and that's why they're coming here? Or do you feel like, you know, actually they're coming here and they're going to want to make it like where they came from?
Well, anecdotally, what I hear from the real estate people and from the builders around the state are that the newcomers to Montana are fleeing the oppressive state governments from Oregon, from Washington, from California, and they're trying to come to a place where the lifestyle and the state government allows people to live in a free society. So I tell you, we will find out in this fall's elections. We know how many people have arrived, okay? We went through redistricting. The census count awarded us our second seat back again, as we had one pre-1990. We had the 2 seats. So we've got our second seat back. So we know how many people are here. We know where they're located. But we're going to find out in this election who they are.
So the question that I would ask, following up on what Matt Rosendale just said, is if you knew the people that were moving here all thought like you did and voted like you did, would that change your thinking on all these people moving here? And I'm not saying you personally. I'm talking about like the audience listening, you know, as a whole. You know, does that change? Because a lot of people are upset that all these people are coming here. Would that change it if they knew, oh, wait, they're going to vote like me? They're like me.
So are they upset that these new people may potentially bring new changes?
Yes.
Or are they just upset that people are moving here in general?
I think, and again, this is just my opinion and what I see, I think the perception is, no, these people are coming and they're going to change the state. And that's why they're so like, wow, I don't like this. I don't like the fact that
people don't like change.
No, they don't like change. And no, not at all. And I get it is changing the dynamics of where we are. But I feel like there would be less pushback if they knew. Because when you know somebody, it's different, right? It's like, oh, they're okay. I know them. I could vouch for them, right?
Yeah, they're cool. They can move here, but
go on in.
You know, those people, I don't know about those people.
I don't know them. And you know, they're driving a Subaru and they got a California plate. I don't like that. But if you knew them, that might change.
So is it the fear of the unknown?
Yeah, I think that's a natural human.
That you don't know how them moving here is going to impact us.
Yeah, I think fear, we don't know what it's going to turn into, right?
But also, I don't think that this issue is just Montana. I think that there's other places that are experiencing the same situation.
This is happening in a lot of places. I came here from Sheridan, Wyoming, okay, town of about 18,000 people. It's had between 15 and 18,000 people for like 100 years. It hasn't really changed, but their housing is going up like crazy. There's no places to rent. Does that sound familiar?
Rent is going up because there's no places?
Yeah, and so that the same thing is happening there that's happening here. And there's a lot of communities across the country this is happening to.
And speaking of rent, we actually got an email from one of our listeners, Alex, and he said that his rent, what was the price? It was going up.
It almost doubled, I think, like from $1,500 to like $2,800 a month.
So with the increasing rent and the house prices going like crazy, does that actually change who is coming here and who is moving here?
I think all those changes that you just mentioned are because of the people moving here.
Oh, so that because of their moving here, it's changed all of this. Oh.
Yeah, because and again, I'm not an expert in this, so this is just my opinion, but it seems to me that the people that are moving here now to Montana and, more specifically to our area in the Gallatin Valley, they already have money. So they're selling their houses for way more money wherever they're coming from, and they're able to come here and buy a $700,000 house. It's no big deal because they just sold their house for $1 million in California or Washington or Colorado. So you see what I'm saying? So it's a benefit to them to come here. They've just made money and they got a bigger house. So you get more of those people. That's why we can't find anybody to work because those people don't work. They already got money.
Because they have money, which is why it's harder to supply some of our grocery stores and our fast food places, and they're shutting down their hours.
And a lot of those people, I say they don't work, but they're probably working remotely, right? They're working here.
Oh, that they can work remotely.
They could stay working where they were, but they sold, again, their $1 million house and bought a $700,000 house here. That's probably bigger than their $1 million house was.
So the big question is the people that are moving here, do they have that Montana way of life?
That's the question. Yeah. Do you think they do? And would it change your opinion? I guess that's back to where we started. Yeah. Would it change your opinion of all these people moving here? If you knew, you know what? They're just like me. I think it would.
Want more Dave and Allie? Be sure to subscribe and follow them wherever you get your podcasts. Or join them on Facebook at Dave and Allie. And be sure to listen to them weekday mornings from 6 to 10 on K-Sky 106.9.